6, departing the area to the north.
Okay.
If you say departing 6, leaving to the north. I mean, whatever. It's just, as long as everybody can understand what you mean.
Okay.
Not in code.
Cortland traffic, Cherokee 422, taking off runway 6 to the north. Cortland.
Okay. So the next thing you'll do is the climb check.
Right. And when you're climbing out, how long do you wait before you look in front, before you lower the nose?
Up like pattern altitude would be a good time to sort of check as you're leaving the traffic pattern.
Okay.
So remember, 65 is your rotate speed, so when you hit 65, you want to start pulling that nose up to the horizon.
Okay.
Don't let it go higher then. Okay, so we're clear here. Now, get it moving.
Okay.
So we want to do a 360 here. This is different than the other side of the runway. So the traffic pattern on this runway is over this way. It's all left traffic, so we're looking at downwind.
Okay.
Base, in case the plane's out there with no radios, and final approach.
Do I have to call again, or just...
No, just go ahead.
Okay.
So get it out there. Make sure you're not anywhere near the brakes, Crystal.
Okay.
Airspeed's alive. 60, 65. Pull it right up. Rudder. And then just find that horizon. Oh, too high. That right rudder in there. Right.
It's, oh yeah, same way.
So you just pick the cloud out to keep your direction. You're right at runway heading. And now adjust your trim if you need to. So you can hold that attitude without effort on your part. That throttle's all the way forward? All the way?
Oh.
Yeah. So don't hold it like that, because then you're going to do this.
Yeah.
Put your hand down here and go boom to make sure that it stays forward. Yeah. Or you can do it like this if you want, but keep. So you can see the 81 valley going up to your left front. That's where we're going to follow.
Okay.
And let's just make an announcement. We're sort of at pattern altitude that we're departing the pattern to the northeast.
Cortland traffic, Cherokee 422, departing the pattern to the northeast. Cortland.
Okay. And now you're 1,000 feet above the ground.
Airspeed 100.
So look out front. You're slow. Look out front and lower the nose a little bit. Not much. And then you see the speed starting to move towards 100. That's good. Okay. Next step.
Flaps are up. Landing lights off. Electric fuel pump off. Check pressure.
Yep.
Still green. Time check complete.
Okay, so one thing to do, Crystal, is never let the trim move the nose of the airplane. Like you always put it where you want with your left hand, and you use the pressure necessary. When you move the trim, it's only to relieve that pressure. Don't let the trim flick the nose around.
Bill traffic, Skyhawk approaching from the southeast, twin Cessna in sight, landing 3-1.
So you can see up here, the reason I do our maneuvers up on over 81 is because there's a lot of flat terrain on either side of the highway, and it's pretty open, and it's the lowest spot anywhere around here. I actually had a guy we did a simulated engine failure, and he switched fuel tanks, and he went too far on the other plane, and so when we went to recover at about 500 feet above the ground, pushed the throttle forward, nothing happened because it wasn't getting fuel.
Oh no.
So I'm like ready to land, and we were over here, and I'm like, okay, then no problem. And then we switched the tank, switched it back, and then it started right up and went again. But there's nice options, like they almost look like grass runways, some of them down there.
We're on a traffic, Skyline 15 miles to the southeast. 5,000 feet landing going on.
So, looking around for other planes. Okay, there's 3,500. So pitch, power, trim.
Be advised,
pitch, hold it, you got to use your force. Power back, hold that nose down, push a little further. Power back to 24, 2350. Pull it right back. Back, 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 back. Good. Now trim. So you should be able to relax your hand and go back to...
A4, go back to fighting.
Williamson Soda, traffic, Cessna 1 to Delta 5, west inbound landing, Williamson Soda.
So now kind of get the lay of the land here. You've got Oneida Lake way up there, the little strip. You've got the Carrier Dome up to the left front.
Okay.
Otisco Lake over there. You can see the valley, like the lake. If there was another, few feet of water in the lake, it could be like much bigger lake. And you got Route 81, and you can see Tully and the Tully Lakes. You can see Skinny Atlas Lake, one lake over. Okay, so first thing we're going to do slow flight. So every once in a while when you're flying along, just check your altitude.
Okay.
If we're flying a specific heading, you can check that too. But for now, not really. We got our heading by what's underneath us. So we're going to do slow flight first. We're going to do clearing turns.
Okay.
So let's do a 90-degree turn to the left. So you're going to just look out over the wingtip. Don't even worry about your heading. And just turn till you're facing what you see right at the wingtip. And then we'll come 90 back to the right. And we're looking for planes all around when we do that.
Wait for traffic, Skyline 06 Sierra, have jumpers away in 2 minutes. Wait for traffic.
Right, I need a full mix at any frequency. Baldwin, need a call me ZN. Yeah, can you just let him know that I'm having to go over to his side to get the altitude, so we'll just have to communicate once we're up there.
Oneida traffic, Skyline 8 miles to the southeast, descending through 4700.
Okay. Good, and we're going to do a pre-maneuver check. So, fuel pump on, booster range.
Left base, 31, going down.
The next step will be to reduce throttle to 1800 RPM. And be ready for the yoke to get heavy right away. Okay, good. If you're in the white arc, we're going to do a notch flap.
Okay.
Let it settle down. Another notch. Then you see, like it goes through a little transition period, then it settles again, then full flap.
We have Minnesota's traffic, Cessna 1.
Okay, and then as we slow down, there's going to come a point when we'll find it, we won't be able to hold altitude anymore. Then you're going to have to bring your power in. So just to start, bring it up to about 2,000 RPM. Bring it.
Turn in final. 3-1. Going down.
Okay, lots of right rudder. So we're still descending a little, pitch up a little more, pitch up a little more, and then probably a little more power. Okay, and we seem to be stabilized there. And so you're going to work your feet and your hands together. So if you're going to turn right, make sure you do a little extra right rudder. And if you go back left, let up on the rudder a little bit as you turn. Okay, so let's do a left turn. We'll turn over to about 310 degrees. So just a little bit, almost 90 degrees. So we're down in altitude a little, so let's add a little more power. You hear a difference. Push that throttle till you hear a difference. Okay? Look how slow our speed is. Almost 40 miles an hour.
At least I got it under 60 this time.
So keep turning till we're 310 degrees. And you always are going back and forth, outside to inside. Nice and slow. So when you level out, lots of right rudder, 310. And then get it stabilized again, so outside.
Yeah, wait for traffic. Skylane 060 has jumpers away, 2 canopies on the way down, wait for traffic.
So we still are down altitude a little, so a little more power.
Only on to good morning, good afternoon. That was
Okay.
good morning. Bonanza 6-3, Juliet, November. We're 20 miles out. Which way are you landing?
And let's turn back to about a 020 heading. So look here, it's almost 90 degrees right, so you can just kind of get an idea about where you'll be pointed. Nice and slow, good.
We're north of you at an altitude of 2,800.
Traffic, active runway, Cherry Ridge.
We got you in sight.
Traffic in the Baldwin area, be advised 1 minute.
We're climbing, good.
6,000 below, East Coast of Baldwin.
Okay, so now we're going to recover from slow flight.
Okay.
So you're going to go full throttle.
Delta is 4 miles south. We'll be overflying the field south.
Just slowly start pitching down and 1 notch of flaps down. Pitch down. Let the speed start to build up. You can kind of feel it. You can see it. Then you're going to keep slowly bringing that nose down as your speed builds up. Lots. Keep wings level. Now another notch of flap. Hold the nose down. So you see how the nose popped up when you did that? Be ready for that. So you do it slower so you can stop that from happening.
Okay.
So now go flaps all the way down. So just do it nice and slow and see if you can stay ahead of that. Perfect. So now we're back to level, normal cruise. Now you can back off on your power, 2400. Keep that nose down. It'll climb.
Traffic, Skylane final.
There's your level picture.
2 miles to the northeast.
Back to about 24.
Runway 4, Olean.
And we're going to turn around before we get into Syracuse's airspace. We'll head down 81 the other way.
Okay. So turn left or right?
Well, where's 81?
Under us?
Look around.
Williams, Minnesota traffic, Tri-Pacer 23 Delta, overflying the field south and north.
Look, use the plane.
500. We'll be
Turn, look.
Okay.
You don't see it over there, do you?
No.
So check over here.
Foxtrot 2.5, northeast of the airport. Will be maneuvering to enter 45
That
downwind
one?
for 3-1,
Yep.
Canandaigua.
Okay, I see it now.
Jump away, Baldwin, jump away, East Coast from the Baldwin area, 6,000 below.
So you always want to be looking around outside to sort of keep track of where you are. So as we go along, you'll be able to do that better and better. Pretty obvious from here.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, which tank are we running?
Left.
Okay, I just got a check fuel message. So look at left and right.
Switch.
Yep. Fuel pump on,
Oh yeah.
which it is.
Okay.
Switch over.
Traffic kit box, 8 Kilo Bravo, entering a left downwind, 1-way 4 Olean.
And then fuel pump off. And then just pull that back. That's good.
They're coming in on a left downwind runway 24.
Okay. So now we're going to do power off stall or approach to landing stall.
Okay.
So we're going to do the same.
Can they go traffic 24 Foxtrot?
We're going to go through the same steps and go into it. So we're clearing turns first.
Okay.
So this time let's do 90 right and then 90 back to the left.
Okay.
So nice medium bank turn.
Skydive uniform, Echo Zulu November.
Okay, no airplanes around. Or flocks of geese or anything like that.
Nope. No birds.
Okay, and pre-maneuver check. Okay, so now we're going to do just like going into slow flight. So power first.
23 Delta will be entering left downwind for 10 Williamson Soda.
Good. White arc.
Can they go traffic 24 Foxtrot, string left?
Anything less than 100 knots. Yep.
Okay.
So again, be ready now when you pull the flaps in, it's going to pitch the nose down. So just go ahead. Don't. So as soon as it settles in, go 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you're gonna pitch down like you're coming into land. So pitch down, pitch a little more. Sort of a little shallow downhill.
Turning final for 3-1, Canandaigua.
Now you're gonna go power idle. All the way back. And now bring the nose up to the horizon. And just hold it up to the horizon, not above it, just to it. Right? And just keep pulling back to try to keep the nose up at the horizon. Remember, back and up, Crystal, on this plane. Pull back and up. Like up. There's your stall, pitch down, full throttle, 1 notch of flap. And bring the nose up to the climb attitude. Wait. Verify that you're climbing. So you see that and this, so then another notch of flap.
Soda traffic, Trade Pacer 23 Delta, turning final for 10, full stop, Williamson Sodas.
Keep it up to the horizon, climb attitude. So sit up when you figure that attitude, because that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
If you move your eyes this far, the picture completely changes. Okay, now you're climbing, still, get rid of the last flap.
Bonanza 6-3 Juliet November, turning face.
And we'll climb back up to 3,500.
Okay.
Juliet November, thank you.
And leveling out, remember, is pitch power trim.
Power.
Bonanza 60 Juliet November, short final, runway 24.
So then you just check your altitude, make sure it's doing what you want. So now you're too far nose down.
I'll get it right sooner or later.
Yeah, we have to go too far both ways to find out what the middle actually is. We're getting some up and down drafts today because of the sun and the clouds and the conditions. Okay, so good. So now we're going to do do your post maneuver check.
Fuel pump. Here.
Okay. So now we'll do a power on or a departure stall. Power on stall, departure stall.
Okay.
So now this time we'll do clearing turns. We'll do 90 left and then back to where we started.
Okay.
Clear on the left.
100, counter deck 1.
Jump us away, Baldwin. Jump us away. Use caution. 10,000 below Baldwin.
Sullivan County traffic, sundowners approaching the enter the downwind for 15 or 40 miles.
Pretty day.
Yeah. Okay. So area's clear.
Yep.
We're going to be climbing on this one probably, so we really want to make sure it's clear up above us.
Okay.
And then, so now power back again. You're trying to get the speed down to 80. So you're going to just slowly pitch up a little just to hold our altitude, and that'll get our speed down quickly.
Traffic, Cherokee 8255 Whiskey 8.
But now use the clouds in order to make sure that when we pull up, it's straight up. So there's 80, so start pitching up. Oh, you mixture rich. Fuel pump on, mixture rich. Full throttle. Pitch up, keep pitching. Rudder. So now just keep the nose from sliding left and right with your feet. Keep this just about like that. Work those rudders and keep pulling. Keep pulling on the yoke. Keep pulling it back.
Oh.
Gotta make that nose come up. Keep making it come up.
Cherokee turning right base over 25.
There's your stall buffeting. So now keep going back and all the way up. Back and remember, up like that. Okay?
Holding on traffic, Skyway, taking room Tri-Cities traffic, cap 31.
Okay, now level out.
To 10 to the northwest for, we're just going to overfly the field at 2,300 feet.
Okay, good. So, power back.
Skyhaven unit.
We're going to leave the fuel pump on. I'm going to do the demonstration stalls.
Okay.
So, I've got the controls.
Okay, you got it.
So the first one is the cross control stall. Remember, that's the base to final. So we're going to get power back. We're going to slow the thing down. And on the base to final, we'd have 2 notches of flapsing.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is I'm going to slow it down. Like we're making the error of being too slow. And then I'm going to say I'm too high, so I'm going to power back. So now I'm going to start the turn, and I overshot final. So I want to turn more, but I don't want to use the yoke. So I'm doing a little rudder, and I'm going opposite yoke so I don't bank too much. And that's causing us to drop, the nose to drop, so I'm pulling back harder. And then there's your stall. And look at our altitude loss.
Wow. Went down pretty quick.
Yeah. So about 500 feet above the ground, you might be able to recover from that, but probably not. Okay, so that's a cross control stall.
Angle's 2 miles west of the airport.
So the next one we'll do is a secondary stall. So with a power on stall, I want you to watch, just watch out front where the attitude is.
Crosswind to downwind for 3-1, Canandaigua.
Canandaigua traffic, Cherokee 8255 Whiskey's on a 3 mile 45 degree.
For the stall.
Downwind 3-1,
So
Canandaigua.
there's my stall. So now I go to recover, but I pull back too quick and it snaps into a stall and it's going to start into a spin if you don't correct for that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a secondary stall. When it catches us off guard, it'll start going. The next one is an elevator trim stall. So this one is the same thing. We're coming into land, so we've got all our flaps, and then power idle. So we're coming in and we've got the trim nose up for landing, so it makes our landing easier. So then I decide, a plane pulls out in front of me, and I decide I need to do a go around. So I'm bringing the power full in, and I'm not controlling it like I should. It's going to stall,
Skylane, 9 miles.
and you're not going to have time to recover from that.
Canandaigua traffic, Cherokee 5002 Tango's out of 45 to the downwind.
That's a lot of nose up. So you got to really hold the force against that. That's why I really emphasize when we're flying that you watch the horizon. So, you know, even if the trim's way set off, you're still strong enough to keep the picture. And that's your cue that something's not right. If you're like this and the plane's going like that, you got to know, like, nope, I need to be. I know if I'm full power and I see the horizon, the plane is going to fly.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to go up, and the last one is an accelerated stall. So I'm going to do a power on stall straight ahead again, and I want you to, this time when we get to the buffeting in the stall, look at the airspeed.
Left base 3-1, Canandaigua. Yeah, you should be good down there, but...
I mean, we're about 50 to 60 miles an hour.
Parking the area to the northeast to 3,500.
So I can recover.
24 Oneonta.
So now, we're going to do it in a steep bank turn.
Okay.
We're going to be pulling a couple G's, so be ready. It's going to be...
You want the flaps up or down?
15 miles to the west.
We'll probably do that full, just like flat. Okay,
Cherokee 8255 Whiskey.
so
3-1, number 2 in the pattern.
I'm going to go into a steep turn.
Traffic 24 Foxtrot, left base, final for 3-1, Canandaigua.
Tri-Cities traffic, Cap 3131, Cessna 182 overflying at Tri-Cities, doing a 360.
Now that flipped the other way too,
Yeah.
and your speed was up around 70 when it went into that initial buffet. It stalls at a higher than normal speed. The first time we got down 40 to 50. So here, we'll just show you what a spin entry looks like.
Canandaigua traffic, Cherokee.
We're going to go up to a power on stall. We're up around 3,500.
Into the pattern for 3-1, Sharon Springs also.
Jumpers over at 11000, jumpers over at 11000, 1 minute.
So the spin's the only one where you want to reduce the power,
Yeah.
because you don't want to lose too much altitude.
Well, because you're pointed down, you're already
Yeah.
accelerating
Yeah.
like crazy. You don't want to let the engine pull you to the ground faster.
Right.
So these planes tend to spin they spin up pretty fast.
2 miles south of the field, inbound.
Okay, so we're going to stay at 3,000 here.
Okay.
So you've got the controls.
I got it.
Give you a normal power setting.
Traffic Cherokee 10 miles to the west, setting up for 11.
I want you to just keep 3,000 feet right now.
Cortland County traffic.
And we're going to wait for our attitude indicator to go back
We'll be
to
making a left downwind 24.
straight up and down.
Cortland County traffic, runway set for 3 miles out, 45 degrees downwind, runway 23, Cortland County.
Okay, that's good. So now, how's the trim set, Crystal? Is that the... So now I want you just to keep 3 with your feet. Take your hand off the yoke. You're going to put these on. You want them to put underneath your headset. So you're going to take the headset off. So just focus on that and keep that with your rudder. So it's turning, so push right harder. Take your sunglasses off. Now left. Back level. There you go. Okay. So now push right hard to level it back out and just use this. Get that right in the middle. Use your feet. Get that right centered. It's still left. So push harder with your right. Push. Push.
Too far.
Cortland traffic, Redwood Blue RV6, so we'll be crossing at the end of 6 for a left downwind 24.
Okay, so now put your hand back on the yoke. So we're just going to fly straight and level. So when you fly instruments, you keep that in the center and you keep that on the line.
Okay.
So I want you just to look at that for now.
Okay.
So put it back in the center, turn towards the line. Back here.
Take the post, Skylane. Entering west crosswind, midfield. 3-2, take the post.
So now pull it up just a little bit. So now put that white ball over the horizon line again on the attitude. So you're always going to be making adjustments. Don't feel like you can ever hold the yoke perfectly still and it's good. You're always going to be back and forth. Okay, so now we're going to add in, we want to be straight and level, but we want to keep a 010 heading and a 3,000 altitude. So you're here, still that's your primary focus. Every once in a while you're going to go check,
5 miles from the field to the,
and then if you need to make a correction, go back here to do it. Then you're going to go check, and then you need to descend, so go back here and put the nose, the ball, below the horizon.
And Cortland, the RV is turning final. 2-4, Cortland, full stop.
Automated weather observation. 152. 1 weather. Visibility 1 0. Clear. Low. 1,000. Temperature 2 3 Celsius. Dew point.
So remember, here and then check, and then back. Check and then back. So see that? Now you're too far above, so you got to push it right back down, get that white ball on the horizon. So this is like looking at 2 instruments actually. Wings level and pitch level.
Traffic Cherokee 3 miles
southwest of the field, setting up for a left downwind on a 45 for runway 24 at Oneonta.
Okay. And let's turn right now. We're going to turn to east. So when you turn, you're going to bank over to about 10 to 15 degrees. So just the first line on either side.
Okay.
And then you're really trying to get this line, that wing, marked up with that first line.
Okay.
That's called a standard rate turn.
The Cherokee on the left.
It means you're changing heading 3 degrees every second.
Alright. Am I good to go?
We're clear on the right. So you want to check your bank here and your pitch, keep it down. You go here and you see how that made you climb a little. So keep turning. Check here, we got a little bit more to go to get to east. Back here, keep your nose down on the horizon. Altitude looks good, close, so back here. Then there's your east, and now back here. So now go get that wings level up top.
Wyoming Valley, 5 Foxtrot.
Wings level.
About east of the southeast.
Turn towards that line, and then nose on the horizon. Now you check here, you climbed a little, so now go here, push it down, nose below the horizon. Then you can go check and then back. So check and back, check, back. Keep that nose down on the horizon line. So don't focus here too much. Don't get overly concerned with that over the other stuff.
Traffic Cessna 140 departing the pattern to the southwest.
The traffic Cherokee turning left base.
Okay, so now we're going to turn all the way around till we're facing 190 degrees. So south, we're going to go left all the way around. So we're clear on the left.
Okay.
Okay, you can start your turn. So now nice 10-degree bank, no more. Check here. You're on the line, that's good. And now just keep the 10-degree bank and on the horizon. So now you got a ways to go for your heading, so back up here. Nose is too high. So you look here and see what happened. Now back here, not too much bank.
Got the traffic Cherokee turning final 24 Oneonta.
Don't pull up too hard.
Oh no.
So check heading, you got to go all the way to 190. And we're continued to be clear around to the left.
Okay.
Boneville, Aircoup 772.
So now we're getting a little precession in the attitude indicator that's causing that. So don't pull up too hard, but keep turning. You got to keep going to 190. So you got to, again, keep the bank. Don't look at the other stuff. Look at this. And that's you got your bank and you have your pitch a little bit up to try to climb. So that's all you're focusing on. If you look here, you lose track of what the plane is doing. Now you check, we're getting close, so back here, altitude's coming up, so back here, almost there, keep turning. Almost now there, so level out.
Cliff, is that you?
Level out, right there, level, go towards the mark. Use your hands, towards the mark. Go, go, go. You got it. If you look here, when I'm telling you to level out, you'll never be able to do it. Nobody can do that.
Okay.
So if you stay away from these, you could. If you keep this, you can stay away from these gauges for 30 seconds. If you're level and level, nothing can change. Everybody wants to look here because those are like cool numbers. You're like, I can control my heading and altitude. You can't control those. You can only control the attitude of the airplane.
Okay.
So, straight and level, so we look down, we're 10 degrees off our heading. So we forget that, we go up here, we turn right. And we'll check, we got a little bit to go, so we back up there again. Check again, almost there, so now go up here and level out. Hit that mark right in the middle. And keep your nose on the horizon. Okay, so now we are going to do a 90 mile per hour climb. We'll go up to 4,000.
Okay.
So you're gonna pull the nose up, probably to that first black line. So pull it.
Air Coop looking for traffic.
As the speed gets down to 90, you're going to go to climb power, which is all the way forward. So go ahead there. Full throttle. Go, go, go. Full power. Wings level. Look here. And now you're going to adjust this based on what your speed is. So we're too slow, adjust that down just a little, not too much. And just wait. Don't watch that when you're adjusting.
Okay.
You'll see a trend here. So, too slow again, so push it down. If you probably had it where the white ball just touches the bottom of that first black line, that's probably going to get you 90. And so you hold it there and see how it's easing, it's creeping towards 90. That's what it'll do. And we're clear out in front still.
Okay.
So now you got that under control. Airspeed's perfect, so you can go over here. So we got a little ways to go.
Okay.
Back here, get those wings level. Now here our heading's off. So now we have to go back here, keep that right there, and now turn right.
Skyhawk face to final, 36.
Hold the nose down, don't let it go up. So you got to work that.
And wait for traffic.
Check heading, and there you go, level. Oop, centered. Altitude is almost there, so back here. Almost there.
Air Coop's on a 45 at 2,200 feet, left downwind.
Altitude good, so now level out. Pitch, power, trim. So level.
Just south of the 3-1.
Power back.
I'm only at about
Couple of inches on the throttle. And then trim if you need to. Hold that nose down to the horizon. I'll bring it back up to the horizon. You're going to work it, so just, it's okay to do that to try to get the feel of it.
Cortland traffic, Rodite Blue RV 6, we're departing 24 and we'll be northwest bound.
Boonville Air Coop, downwind on 3-1, traffic on base in sight.
12, turning final, 3-1. Skyhaven traffic, Tiger 665 is BPDB.
Okay, so now we're going to do a 100-mile-an-hour descent back down to 3,000. So first thing you need to do is pull the power back to about, I'd say 17 or 1800. So you're going to pull it back several more inches. Use that little left rudder. Power back. And hold the nose up to the horizon for now. Keep coming back. That's okay on the power. When your airspeed gets to 100, then come here and lower the nose just a little. Just maybe just below touching that horizon line. So you hold it there and then you check your airspeed. That's just right. So now you're doing the same thing. You're back here on your scan. You're going to go here. We've got 700 feet to go. Back here. wings level, good attitude. Airspeed is good back here. Heading, we need to go back to the left a little bit. Go back up here. The turn. Keep your pitch down just a little below the line.
80 X-ray. Entering the 45 for the right downwind, or left downwind for 32.
Level the wings.
Painted boost.
Level, level, level. Okay, so now we're here. Airspeed's just a little high. Back here, not too much. And we're back here, we got 200 feet to go, so back here. Heading looks good. Back here, wings level, just below the horizon. Right there. Perfect.
Saratoga traffic, frequency.
Now it'll keep moving unless you stop it. There's your altitude, so pitch up to level, power back in. Pitch power trim. About 2,300 on there.
123075 at Saratoga. You're welcome. 2,000, temperature 2.3 Celsius. Dew point 1.3. Altimeter 3006. Remark. Density altitude 2,300.
Boneville Aircrew midfield, crossover downwind on 3-1.
Cortland County Airport. Automated weather observation 1533. Zulu weather wind 330 at 3. Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 2.3 Celsius. Dew point 1.3. Altimeter 3006.
Okay, and go ahead and you got it trimmed out pretty well? Good. So now keep the heading with your feet and take the goggles off. You have to do the headset and everything.
Boonville Aircrew, base the final, Boonville.
And 250 Bravo Charlie's crossing.
Keep wings level, feet. That's all you have. That's like your autopilot. Like if your hands are busy, you can keep wings level with your feet. Just work it. And don't worry about the ball. You're just aggressively keeping the plane flat.
Okay.
And then not much can really happen. Okay, hand back on.
Alright.
So let's survey the situation. Where are we?
Is that one 81?
Yep.
Okay.
What else do you see?
Is that Greek Peak?
Okay.
Or is it a different one?
Yep.
Okay.
What else do you see?
Water?
Oh. What about this? What's all this right here?
Town?
City.
I don't know. Portland? Here's the airport.
Yep. Okay. So we want to maneuver ourselves. They're still saying, well, it's a direct crosswind, so we'll come in on 2-4.
Okay.
That seems to be what the last couple of people have been using. So we want to maneuver ourselves for the 45 entry into 2-4. So we're coming this way, and then we'll go here and land that way.
Okay.
See, 240 is that direction, so you know you're landing that way. So first we're going to announce that we are about 3 miles to the southeast, inbound for landing.
Okay. Cortland traffic, Cherokee 422, 3 miles southeast, inbound for landing, Cortland.
2-4.
2-4, landing 2-4.
Okay, so now we're gonna power back a little so we can start descending. We want to start coming down to pattern altitude.
Cooper Sound traffic, Cessna 449 Bravo is just north of the airport. We're maneuvering for a right downwind.
And we'll start heading over that way a bit more.
Cherokee 80 Papa, left base for runway 10, Williams, Dakota.
And you'd want to listen to the Cortland weather, so...
Density altitude 2,300. Cortland County Airport. Automated weather observation 1537. Zulu weather, wind, calm, visibility 10, clear below 12,000, temperature 23 Celsius, dew point 12,
So let it come down.
006 remarks. Density
006.
altitude
That's that right?
2,300.
That's a little high.
Cooperstown traffic, Cessna 902 Bravo's 45 for the right downwind to Cooperstown.
30.
Portland County Airport.
0.
Automated weather observation 1537. Zulu weather.
So we got winds calm and the
3,
altimeter
at
and the clouds are up there. We don't care. So shut that off.
Clear.
Actually, I did it this way.
2.
Oh, too far.
Right in the middle. Okay, so we're going to come around and we're going to start heading in that way. So just to take the time now, let's do our before landing check.
Okay.
And Sullivan County, Cherokee Park, 678. About 4 to
Landing lights on. RP check.
Okay.
Fuel pump on. Fuel selector, fullest tank. Yep.
3.
Seat belts. Good.
Okay. So 2,200 is traffic pattern altitude here at Cortland. That's 1,000 feet above the ground.
Okay.
800 or 1,000 feet are the standard traffic patterns. 1,000 is probably way more common now. Okay, so start turning towards that water tower down there. You see it? Just behind the wing?
Adirondack flying 656 Alpha Fox.
So next time we schedule a lesson, we want a 3-hour block. I was just thinking of what the next lesson is. We want a good amount of time on the ground before we go fly. Okay, so here let's do, I'm going to have you make the radio call. It's Cortland traffic, Cherokee 422, 45 entry, left downwind, 24, Cortland.
Okay. Cortland traffic, Cherokee 422, 45 entry.
Left downwind, 24.
Left downwind, 24, Cortland.
Good. Okay. So you're almost at pattern altitude, so bring your power up about 2,300. So this is normally what I do it before landing check. So I'm going to do a quick check, and this is what we're going to have you memorize.
Okay.
It's LC gums, lights on, carb heat check, gas, which is pump on and fullest tank. That's 2 things. M is mixture.
We're about 5 to the northwest.
That's the CPAP.
We'll be on the left downwind for 24, Cortland.
So in about 5 seconds, we'll start turning parallel to the runway. And just check your altitude. Let's keep it up at 22.
Okay.
So start turning. And call turning left downwind 24, Cortland. So all the other stuff in the beginning.
Cortland traffic, Cherokee 422, turning left downwind 24, Cortland.
Perfect. So go parallel to the runway. Look at the runway.
Yeah, aircraft turning left downwind. We'll be number 2. We're about 2 miles to the northwest at this time.
Get parallel to the runway, Crystal. You see how you're going towards it?
Yeah.
So get parallel, meaning like that. Okay. LC gums. Landing lights on. Carb heat check. Gas, which is pump on. Fullest tank. Mixture rich. Power back to 18.
Aircraft going downwind, half runway. Where are you?
Stand by. We're just about to turn left base. Been a student. Power back.
Yeah, this is Dick in the RV, and the reason I asked, I couldn't pick you up. Thank you.
Just look and listen to our calls then. Okay, so flaps. Let it come down.
And
now start turning.
Blue RV6 turning a left downwind this time, and we got the landing traffic.
Call left base 24 Cortland.
Cortland traffic, Cherokee 422, left base 24 Cortland.
2 minutes to skydiving.
Second notch flap.
10,500 feet. 2 minutes.
Now let's do some trim, nose up. Roll it back. Roll it back. Okay, now hold the nose down. Now turn and line up and call final 24 full stop.
Cortland traffic, Cherokee 422, final 24 full stop, Cortland.
Okay, full flap. Trim a little more nose up.
1 minute to skydiving or skyhaven from 10,500. 1 minute, 1 canopy, ladies and gentlemen.
So hand on the throttle.
Turning left base this time. We got the
put a little power in. Add some. Add more power. Add it. Add it. Okay, and power to idle. All the way back. Keep steering with your feet. Keep your feet loose. Look way down to the end. Keep your feet loose. You're tight on the pedals.
And Cortland traffic, the RV is turning final.
So get a little power just to keep us rolling. Stay right in the middle. Put that white line under your right leg. Power to idle. Start slowing it with brakes.
And the RV is on a short final, Cortland.
And go ahead and stop. And call clear of 24.
Cortland traffic, Cherokee 422, clear of 24, Cortland.
Okay, and after landing check.
Full pump off. Landing lights off. Strobes off. Transponder standby. Flaps retract. Fixture lean taxi. After landing.
And the RV's back to action 24.
Too much power. Just enough to get it moving.
We have jumpers away in 2 minutes for the field. Wait for traffic.
Jumpers it over to 11000, jumpers it over to 11000, 1 minute.
power back. And we'll go right up and then turn left in front of the hangar there.
Okay. Okay, parking brake set.
And wait for traffic.
Throttle.
Oh, wait.
1000. Radio's off. Lights off. They are right.
Oh, everything
Except
we need.
that one, yeah. Goes ground check. That's quick, right?
This is, yeah.
Here, idle cutoff.